implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for the appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case, not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name. No, I assure you that was never my intention. Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. Ouch. I should box your ears, that's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable. Do right. There we go. How long have we sat here now listening to this Nipponese spouting his fancy foreign theories? What? Think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache, and he ran away from the scene, too. Alright, and we're back. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Light here. And our journey with Gray's Attorney continues. Last time, Susato gave us one last chance to fight out of this corner we're in, or basically the almost loss of the trial. And that's to present which one of the new pieces of evidence we think there's a problem with. So, let's continue. Isn't it Susato-san has managed to win us one last chance here? Can't let it go to waste. Well, I mean, you could let it go to waste, but then that would mean that your client is found guilty. The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord. Yeah, that's right, get shocked. Very well. The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight into this case and has hitherto been overlooked. This book.
Take that!
The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. The fourth book found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as you well know. Alec. Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You identified this clue at once. I made myself clear. Oh, yes, my lord. It's Narado. I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence, which means you may very well be on the right track. Yes, I think you might be right. So, counsel, precisely where is the vital clue to this case which this fourth book conceals? The burn on the back over here.
Got it!
I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question. The back? What are you? Good gracious! It's been burnt to a crisp. So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
Objection!
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Nipponese friend? Oh! Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day? Pray, you enlighten us all. What truth does just... Gosh, I can't with the S's said today. Oh my gosh, what truth does this charred book hide? Charred book. There is just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory. Don't keep us waiting any longer then, counsel. Explain this theory of yours. Are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage the sorry Tom has suffered? Owner, right? The shop that sold it, its content, its owner. My lord, burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth. about the book's owner. I beg your pardon, but we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping in her hand as she fell to the floor. After all, it's obviously hers. Wait, what's her name? Oh, what's her name? Her name again? Oh, I don't remember who the note was from. The love note. Ah, jeez. I was just thinking that maybe she was there when they had their spite. That's what I'm thinking. Question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However, as to the questions of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers. Good gracious, how can you possibly... Very well. Play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise, but do remember, the members of the jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry. Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of this burnt book? Mr. Garrett, sir. It's his favorite book, in fact. Answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garrett, the landlords. And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know, but of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garrett herself. Oh my goodness, me? I think you must be mistaken, sir. I am not Mr. Garrett's wife. I am his maid. Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense. Alright then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garrett's house? I would never presume to know all of the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is outlandish behavior. This woman's the accused landlady, you say? You implicate this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection!
This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garrett's house. Good Lord! What sort of incident, counsel? A fire, my lord. Oh, here we go. Right to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. Whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. Best of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. So what happened? Did it fall out the window? Lion's Pride. And Jove, the very same title as the subject of this debate. Dear me!
Objection!
What do you have to say now? This is risible. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. In which case, it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime. Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garrett was considerably enraged. Or at least she continued to attack Mr. Garrett, even amid the flames. Oh, how awful. I can't even imagine being so horrid when you laugh. Can you, really? Absolutely not, sir. My Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir. I'd love to see it. What? Wait. Objection. She's raised a finger several times by pulling on your scarf. Very, very forcefully, might I add. Not all my favorite old novels in that case, but as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Then the wife started hurling things at me. There was I, back up against a window under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. So what? She got hit by a book and not stabbed? But she has a stab wound in her. Oh my goodness. The man had his back up against a window when he had burning books thrown at him. Goodness gracious. Or are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Objection!
No. A thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident, and there is no report of the Gyarados window pane being broken. It's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Gyarados household. But it is not conceivable that the window was open at the time, and not even remotely. Let's not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter. Does the defense postulate this scenario in all seriousness, counsel? Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Gyarados' wife? I believe it's a possibility, my lord. That's quite enough. I don't know who said that. Oh, it's her. Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little foreign trickster. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward, a mean coward. Really? You mean that our little tiff set the whole neighborhood alight, honestly, implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for the appearance sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case, not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name. No, I assure you that was never my intention. Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. Ouch. I should box your ears, that's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable. Do right. There we go. How long have we sat here now listening to this Nipponese spouting his fancy foreign theories? What? Think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache, and he ran away from the scene, too. I do declare you're right. It's true. Yes. What did I tell you? Makes sense to me. Sorry, what's that? Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Ranseeks? Oh boy. Pouring his wine again. Someone has a little bit of an addiction here. In truth, my lord, I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. But then one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage. No, wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been... Dude, put your foot down. If books are your predilection, my learned friend, study them on your own time. No, not the silence. But no, forgive the discourtesy this time. That's good. Yeah, the heck, Ranseeks. And in that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Okay, but number 6, you literally had no input. That's fine. Do I have to do another submission examination, 2 in 1 trial? Thank you for that unambiguous response. It's twice now. It's over. Mr. Naruto, don't give up. Miss Susato, have you forgotten? Battle isn't over yet. You're not suggesting... Of course. The defense has the right to another submission examination at this point. But that's not fair that he doesn't get to, like, do the same thing for, like, Ranseeks when we get the not guilty. He doesn't get to be like, no, it's wrong. To, like, do the submission examination against us. It's kind of, like, one-sided. You can still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance. But Lord, Defense has to exercise its right to summation examination. Oh, here we go again. I believe you still have tricks up your sleeve. I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. There's no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. Oh, here we go. Oh, to be continued. Nice. I wonder how much longer the trial is gonna be. I don't know. This is crazy. Who stabbed her? That's the question. Can't even think of who else could be. I have considered the defense's counsel's request for a further summation examination of the jury. I considered, you could have turned us down, or... And I have determined that the court must uphold the defense's judicial right to this procedure. So, counsel, you will now proceed with your second summation examination. I presume the jury is ready, Mr. Foreman? We are, my lord. Very good. In that case, I must ask each of you to now state clearly and concisely for the court grounds on which you find the defendant guilty of this crime. Okay. Here we go. Okay. The accused left behind evidence at the scene, didn't he? Those 3 books of his. If there is some novel alternative explanation about how the victim was stabbed, I might reconsider. Even if the woman was throwing books, it can't be related to this crime if the window was closed, can it? Dearie me, it was only a little book. That'd be like frightening even with a direct hit. Look, I just want to get this over with. If I don't bring home some pay tonight, I'll be in a tiny bit of trouble. Dude, chill. This is a serious matter here. Come to think of it, we had a fire at home a while ago. It gave me the sneezes. I don't even know what to do with those. Okay. Yes, considerably more tangible arguments from all members of the jury this time around, it seems. With one notable exception, of course. My learned student friend was unable to find fault in the previous witness's testimony. So the court must accept the fact that it was indeed the accused seen to flee from this. And moreover... Oh, there he goes, littering again. No one else was even at the scene to commit the crime. Well, if the eyewitnesses are correct, it would seem as if the conclusion is somewhat set in stone. See, that's the problem here. There's no one else. I don't know. I can't see how it can be argued any other way. That means, I'm afraid, that during this summation examination, it's essential that you establish some other tangible explanation for the facts. Now, what would even constitute a tangible explanation here? Isn't it obvious? Who stabbed the woman, and how? Those 2 details are all you need to provide. Simply give us a name and a method by which the attack was conducted. And there I was thinking this might be hard. Why is he helping us anyway? Mr. Naruto, you have to do it. Otherwise this will be where the trial ends. No pressure then. That's quite enough preamble. Proceed with the summation examination, please. Presume you're prepared, counsel? Sort of, maybe. Oh yes, my lord. Alright, Ryunosuke. Focus in your mind now. There she is. Clearly, the key to the summation examination is going to be number 4, the maid. Juror number 4. What should I say, Mrs. Garrett? We have a book that disappeared from the Garrett's house in the evening of the incident, and the 4th book found in the victim's hand. There must be a way to link the 2. Yes, that's what we have to find. Using every technique I've learned in my short career so far, whatever it takes. Don't forget to keep an eye on Mrs. Garrett and how she reacts. Even to the things other people say. Okay, so we're gonna press everybody, I guess. Oh, they're standing in the back of the room. It's cute. Okay, there we go.
Hold it!
But as we know now, there were 4 books, not 3. Well, what difference does it make? There's every possibility that the 4th book, in fact, belongs to the defendant's landlord. Yes, that's the part I have a problem with. Sorry? Well, at the point the woman was stabbed, this landlord fellow was at home, wasn't he? Enjoying a fiery scrap with his wife or something, you said? That's not exactly how I put it, no. Well, anyway, the point is the fellow and his wife were somewhere else when it happened. I think that's what you call a strong alibi. So it couldn't have been the landlord who did it, which only leaves the Nipponese fellow. Honestly, I can't see what all this alibi is about. It's a done deal, isn't it? I suppose it is, since I have nothing witty left to say. That's good.
Hold it!
So, you might be willing to change your decision, you mean? Oh my, such delight in your face, but I'm afraid I shan't be swayed by emotion. Despite what you may think of me, I'm a very modern, metropolitan, and rational woman. That's great. One reads the morning papers. It's all forgotten by tea time, isn't it? So why read them in the first place? You see? Modern, metropolitan, and rational thinking, wouldn't you say? Okay? And not at all extreme. As I see it, an overwhelmingly suspicious Japanese man has been implicated by overwhelmingly strong testimony. But despite one or two minor puzzlements, I do declare that the man is overwhelmingly guilty. Modern, metropolitan, and rational logic, wouldn't you say? Not really. Overwhelmingly. Us modern gals are always delighted to embrace new fads, you know? So I'd be only too happy to consider an exciting new theory if you could come up with one. I'd be happy to do that too, only I could. Let's do our very best not to disappoint the modern metropolitan young lady. Susato, please. Alright, I'm glad you omitted rational there. Okay.
Hold it!
What about the possibility that the window was open? I doubt it. I mean, there's just no way it could have been. How can you be so sure? The prosecutor fellow over there said it earlier, didn't he? Winters in London are no joke. You don't want to invite that sort of cold indoors. So no, that window wasn't open. Us Londoners like sitting by the fire and staying warm, see? But you couldn't categorically state that the window wasn't open, could you? It just wasn't. They wouldn't have opened it. Then what's the point of even having windows, huh? Counsel, you will kindly refrain from childish bickering. That was funny. Sorry. And now I need to show there's an undeniable possibility that the window was open. Because this young man isn't going to budge otherwise. That's quite a line. It wasn't lethal. But the little book was on fire at the time, was it not? The flames of love, I'll have you know. There's really no such thing as a loving incendiary bomb. Ouch. Well, he brought it upon himself. It's playing with fire to betray a fiery love. Isn't it? Well, don't you agree? Oh, well, any kind of betrayal is certainly a bad thing, yes? And I think the argument might have arisen out of your misunderstanding, Miss Garrett. Never you mind that. The point is, we were just having a jovial little dispute, nothing more. The poor guy next to her. And I won't have any more of these suggestions that it was anything whatsoever to do with this crime. Right, well, we'll see about that. What about juror number 5? He doesn't seem to be turning a hair at Mrs. Garrett's relentless onslaught. It's almost as though he's used to it. What a gentle soul he is.
Hold it!
You just want to get this over with? When you sit there and say something like that, a man's future is at stake here. Well, him and me both then, like I said before. What? I told you already, I'm a day laborer, aren't I? If I don't bring home some readies with me tonight, you'll find me floating face down in the things tomorrow morning. What? You heard me. My missus doesn't want to mess about, you know. She can be fierce. Believe you me. Another shining example of marital bliss then. This is all giving me like PTSD to anyone who wants to get married. A situation like this cropped up the other day was yes? Do you know? It's funny, but I can't quite remember. Sorry. It was too frightening. That's the thing. I must have blocked it out. Doubtful. I wonder if Mr. Beach will ever be dragged into the things by his skirt. Don't even go there, Mr. Sato. There must be some way to jog his memory about this. Wait, what did you say? Situation like what? Anyway.
Hold it!
Oh, is that what it is? Does that have anything to do with your decision about the defensive culpability in this case? Sorry, what's that? You'll have to speak up, lad. Could you tell us more about that fire? It was last winter my grandchildren baked me a lovely cake on my birthday. It had 75 candles on the top of the day. What a sight to behold it was. Wow. You put candles on a cake? Was it? Oh, that's funny. Was it some kind of devil worship? Of course not. It was an angel cake to celebrate my birthday, obviously. It seems that's a common custom here in Great Britain, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, I mustered all of my puff to blow them out. Only I must have blown wrong somehow. The flames didn't go up, but candles went flying all over the room. Oh, jeez, how? Furniture caught and everything went up. The whole place filled with smoke. Definitely sounds like devil worship to me. No! And by the sneezes, I presume you mean a cold? But how did you catch a cold from a fire? What a fiasco! Those grandchildren, blessed them, threw water over me as they tried to put out the flames. And then, because the whole room had filled up with the smoke, of course, we had to open all the windows to clear it. The windows. The biting winter air rushed over me like the devil dancing on my grave it did. I had a terrible cold from it. They put me in the hospital for a while. I won't forget that birthday in a hurry. I knew it was a devil worship all along. Stop. But something about this old man's story is playing on my mind for some reason. I need to demonstrate who, apart from Mr. Natsume, could have attacked the young woman in the street, as well as how he or she could have done it. Yes, but once again, the jurors' statements are full of personal prejudice. A lot of them seem convinced they're right, even in the face of logical arguments to the contrary. I think you're going to need to pit them against each other to force them to accept an alternative explanation. Yes. You don't necessarily need to find contradictions between their assertions, just a connection might do the trick. Alright, I'll see what I can do. If anything stands out, I'll go in for a strike. That's the spirit. Alright, so... There we go.
Objection!
There's one. These two juror statements clearly contradict one another. And true? How exactly, counsel? Don't point at me again. I told you it wasn't me. What's that you say? Speak up, lad. Speak up. Juror number 3. Do you see? Oh, me? See what, sir? Did you hear juror number 6's account of his birthday celebrations last year? It seems, despite being a Londoner, he once opened his windows in the middle of winter. Well, yes, of course, because it was an emergency. I mean, obviously, if the room was filled with smoke from a fire, then you'd be mad not to open the... Oh! Exactly. On the day in question, at the time of the incident, there was a fire in the Geradev household, and Mr. Geradev had the following to say about it. The whole place filled with smoke. Oh, my hat! You have something to say?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Turn number 4. Do you have something to say about that? She's like chugging tea. Oh my goodness. Mrs. Geradev. Oh, dearie me. What is the meaning of this? How dare you imply that I'm hiding where I really am? It's imperative that you confirm something for the court. So please, it's time to drop the pretense now. Oh, what is it? When the fire started in your house that day, did you or your husband open the window? What? I beg your pardon? What are you insinuating? The room would have been thick with smoke after the carpet and bookcase caught fire as they did. In a situation like that, it's inconceivable that you wouldn't have opened the window. And what if we did? Oh, alright then, yes. Right. The husband was frantically trying to open the window, which can't have been easy since I continued to give him a justly deserved book battering. Even though your house was on fire? Oh, you never stop throwing until the anger subsides. It would be terribly bad for the nerves to do otherwise. Of course, I should have realized. That's a significant step forward, Mr. Naruto. You've managed to establish that the window was open. You simply have that added to Mrs. Garadev's formal statement. The window was open at the time I think of it is true. Okay. Wait a second, do we do them then? Because,
Objection.
change anything. Oh wait, I'm wrong. Oh, okay.
Hold it.
Sorry, but as woman of the jury, I have to object. That's complete nonsense. What? Make clear, don't forget, educated men. There's no contradiction as far as I can see. Quite so, Mr. Foreman. I will not prevent a whimsical attack against the good members of the jury council. There is nothing whimsical about it. It's very important to listen carefully to every juror, Mr. Naruto. Then you can decipher the contradiction really lie if there are any. Yes, we got it, we got it. This is... do I press them again then? Is there new statements? Wait. Let me just press these new statements first.
Hold it.
At the point when the victim was attacked in Briar Road, you know there was a small house fire in the Geradev household on the opposite side of the street. Well, yes, it certainly seems that way. And on account of the smoke, I imagine they would have had the windows wide open in spite of the cold. We also know that Mrs. Geradev was throwing flaming books at her husband. Her husband, who was backed into a corner by the window due to his wife's frenzied attack. Yes, that's right. There was definitely a chance that one of the books could have flown past the man out the window. Only what? Only I can't really see how it could have gone all the way over to the other side of the road, that's all. Ah. So I don't really see how I can change my decision, really. Oh, I see. That wasn't enough. What's it gonna take to persuade these people? That's funny.
Hold it.
The fourth book found at the scene of the crime shows various obvious signs of fire damage. And the title of the book is The Lion's Pride. The same title, in fact, as the book that Mr. Geradev told us he had been reading. Well, I really couldn't say. On the day in question, did you or did you not throw at your husband a copy of the Lion's Pride that he had been reading? I did. It was the first thing I could lay my hands on, and I hurled it straight at him. And now you come to mention it, yes. He was rather enjoying reading it, you're right. Why did you not reveal this information to the court from the outset? Because I couldn't, you insolent little man. I didn't remember. Times like that, you pick up and throw whatever you can lay your hands on, as you well know. I really don't. I barely noticed I was throwing a book, much less the title of it. Oh?
Excuse me!
Excuse me, sir, did you have something you'd like to say? What is it, chair number 5? Why do you look like that? It's funny. You know something? I've remembered what it was. That memory I'd blocked out. Ah. I was listening to what this granny was saying, but it all fled me back. Ouch. What are you calling a granny, you cheeky devil? I'm Mrs. Garrett aboard the maid, I'll have you know. The man doesn't even flinch. Please tell me that's not because he's so used to being hit all the time. And it's about 2 weeks ago now. I just got back home after work, like. My hand in my pocket for the wages I just earned that day, and I nearly died. There was a hole. Every last penny had dropped out. Oh dear, what a disaster. You haven't heard half of it, boy. Oh? My wife was cutting up some chicken at the time. What? No way. I could hardly get the words out, but I told her straight. I lost a day's wages, love. Next thing I knew, the blade was whistling past my ear. Stuck into the wall next to me it did, but an inch deep. No words. Just terror. Oh no. I smell it then, you know. Got awful stench of the Thames. Sure is going to end up face down in the muddy banks that night, I can tell you. Now, that's a real disaster, isn't it? I'll never use the word lightly again. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When women lose their rag, they'll throw anything at you. Oops. Skipped that by accident. Knives, hatchets, hammers, you name it. Susato, you mustn't think that all women are so short-tempered and unrefined. Says the woman who freaking took us down with a Susato takedown. No, I wasn't thinking that. Throwing household objects at people is, well, it's so uncivilized. At least attack with honor, using a bow or the like. Hit, attack. Who are you going to attack? Never mind. Anyway, this man's words will be rather significant, I think. Alright, I'm back to the bow and arrow thing later, if I dare. Just don't do it.
Hold it!
Your wife really threw a kitchen knife at you? That's right, she was chopping meat with it, had a tidy edge on it, I believe me. Still, it's all memories, isn't it? It started with that smile she threw at me when we recorded. Since then, the list of things she's thrown at me has grown along with our relationship. Oh no. There was a cup, and glass, then a pot, a kettle, a chair, a wardrobe, how? A cooker, a bathtub. Your wife must be even beefier than you. Things came to a head last week when she threw me right into the themes. Still, she's not so bad when she's calmed down. She's a little sweetheart, really. I'm so happy for you. You want to know what I think? I think this whole idea of ladies first that we're so obsessed with in this country is thought up by some clever lads who've been tossed in their themes a few many times by their wives. Oh no. That's a very interesting theory. But a terrible thought. On the face of it, this juror's statement just sounds like a really extreme anecdote. But I think it might turn out to be an extremely powerful weapon. A weapon I might be able to use to make the jurors accept an alternative explanation. Okay. That gave me the hint I needed. this. That would be crazy if it's true. Let's try it. Those two statements clearly have a deeply significant connection. Good grief. You mean they don't contradict each other? Explain, Counsel, at once. Juror number 2. Do you think perhaps that this could be one such novel alternative? Oh my, whatever do you mean? An alternative explanation as to how the victim was stabbed in the back. What are you talking about? We've demonstrated the 4th book, Riot's Pride, that was found at the scene of the crime, originated in Mr. Garadev's room on the top floor of his house. Therefore, it's equally possible that some other object besides the book could have found its way from the Garadev household to the street below. What's that now? After all, Mrs. Garadev could have thrown any number of different objects at her husband. Isn't that right, juror number 4? What are you insinuating now, you little beanpole? I'm beginning to think that, ever since the true origins of this book came to light, perhaps she's had a feeling this might be what happened. Now you listen here, you Eastern Gala. As the foreman of this jury, I demand a straight answer. You give us this yarn about some other object making its way out of the house, but what? What was it? I'm really taking a big gamble here. That was a bold accusation to make, but I haven't any real evidence to back it up. But I'm certain, at the very least, this warrants further investigation. Oh boy. Alright, Mr. Foreman, I'll try to explain the defense's theory. Other object that found its way from the Garadev household to the scene of the crime was this knife here. Or this. Oh god. Maybe we didn't really investigate, should I? Doesn't look like it's damaged or anything. Oh, it just flipped. That's not what I want. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Oh wait. Oh look here, Miss Naruto, just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing. You're right. Well spotted, Mrs. Susato. Whatever could have happened to it? Yes. You don't think it'll still be lodged in the victim, do you? Oh dear, I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful. Okay. I know, it was close, mind you. Oh, they just opened it. Okay, get me out of here. I'm not sure whether to present the book that night. It's just a theory so far, we haven't actually proven it, right? So maybe I should present this because now we prove it.
Take that!
Yes, okay. That'll be this. Did you hear that, everyone? Did you hear the belligerent outburst? Oh my, how horrifying. What? I think it's very clear now. You're the one grasping at first thing comes to hand here, young man. Oh, okay. The knife. Careful, very dangerous to give indiscriminate answers like that. Oh, sorry, I was nervous now of someone for the wrong thing. After all, what I'm suggesting here is a long shot, to put it mildly. Okay. Okay. The freaking knife.
Take that!
Gosh. My brain was thinking too far around. Adjourn perform, Miss Scared Up. What? Oh no! I must apologize in advance for this. But I need you to confirm something else for the court. This knife. You ever seen this knife before? The Lord Council, what on earth are you doing? That's the weapon that was lodged into the victim's back, man. My lord, remember that when the victim was attacked, Mr. and Mrs. Scaredub were in the throes of an argument. Mrs. Scaredub was hurling anything she could at her husband, who had been backed up against a window that had been opened to clear the smoke, through which a book sailed to land at the crime scene. You can't seriously believe that the book was found in the victim's grasp. Are you saying that it flew out the window and across the street to land neatly in her hand? Oh, even my Mrs. Hank hasn't got in like that. Yes, I admit, there are many details we don't yet understand. That's the point. That's precisely why we must not allow this trial to end. Not right now. Oh my. Ugh. Mrs. Garadab, your answer, please. Have you seen this knife before or not? Oh, Did she faint? Oh no. My lord. I wish to change my decision. I'm a woman of my word after all. Thank you, madam. Yes, I agree. I certainly didn't see this coming, but I just don't think it would be right for this trial to come to an end now with so many unanswered questions. Mr. Foreman. I'd have to agree. Not that I think Granny did it, mind. Yes, you know what? I'm not quite happy about this at the moment either. All together now, ladies and gents. Yay, we did it! We did it! Well, congratulations, Mr. Naruto. So, as a result of the defense summation examination, a number of jurors' leanings have changed. 2 jurors called guilty against 4 now calling innocent. Accordingly, the opinion of this court is divided, and this trial will continue. Yay! Alright, we did it! Oh, I don't want to know how you want to proceed right now, Lord Van Zeeks. We'll find out how you want to proceed next time. Wow, this is crazy. She fainted from shock, I believe. I mean, anybody would. I mean, this is the only other explanation that we have. I don't want her to be guilty, but it might very well have been an accident. Well, we'll have to find out the truth next time. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.